Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to be a god at bladeball. What I like to do, by the way, when I'm waiting the lobby, is I like to get human benchmark up and sort of just play the reaction time, the reaction test. Because what I like to do is I sort of like to train my reaction time. It sort of gets it in tune. Make sure you're ready for the game. That's sort of like the sweaty stuff. You don't have to do it immediately. But yeah, make sure like your millisecond time is like 200 at max, probably. I mean, my millisecond time is pretty shit. I'm like 220, which means I can't react that fast. But better reaction time, better you're at this game. So anyways, I'm guessing you know how to hit the ball. But for people who don't, basically you gotta left click or click F. And what you want to do, ideally want to do it before the ball actually reaches you. Alright, so you see at the bottom when that little cooldown thing goes down. So you see how whenever I hit it, just wait until the ball fucking comes again so I can make an example. But anyways, what will happen is that once I hit the ball, it'll sort of start the cooldown time. And it sort of goes bright grey, the button goes dark. Do you see that? Did you see it? Anyways, so the button goes like dark for a second, which means that you can't actually tap during it. So you can't like spam your left click and sort of hit the ball every time. It doesn't work like that. It only works in close range battles. But yeah, so main thing you want to be aware of is make sure you just hit the ball before it actually reaches you. Just try doing that. You will learn the timing over time. Anyways, let's talk about some strats. So what I'm doing right now, or what I did earlier more, is I was in the middle of the map, sort of trying to catch people out. Because when you catch people out, it's sort of you get close to them, and really just try and decrease the amount of time it takes for the ball to reach the player. Because if it's a tiny amount of time, they probably won't be able to react that much, to be fair. And it'll probably choke, and they won't do that well. So as you can see, I'm destroying all the noobs over here, and it's because I've been sort of... Oh yeah, shit, right. The ball froze. I had to cut the recording for a second because the game sort of bugged out a little bit. But anyways, you sort of just have to make sure that when you hit the ball, you send it to random people. There's no other people for me to send it to because the other dude's invisible right now. But what main thing I like to do is when I'm only fighting one person, I like to move my mouse around like this because it makes sure that I can sort of like make the ball, because you see the ball curving, right? It means it's unpredictable for the fucking player, and it makes it more likely for them to choke and stuff. Alright, so the way I just won there was pretty easy. Honestly, normally it's harder to win in the end match like that. That dude was he was a noob. I know I'm playing in the pro servers, but he was pretty bad. So, or at least bad compared to the other people. So yeah, here's a better example. In the beginning of the game, I like to sort of just be in the middle of the map, really try and choke people, get them out, decrease the amount of distance for the ball to reach them. But sometimes you want to be careful not to be in front of people directly in front, because it means that if they hit the ball, it's most likely gonna be sent straight to you, and it means you might choke and die. So you got to be very careful spatially about where you place yourself on the map. Make sure you're not like directly in front of people. Ideally be behind them. Did you see that? Alright, that was a low reaction time. I had to react pretty fast to hit that ball there. And it was probably difficult and I probably got a little bit scared at the time. But yeah, it is what it is. You just want to be ready for that kind of shit. Always be on your toes. And yeah, the way people are normally dying in the first round is because people just get very sneaky shots of them. Like I tried to do there, I try to sort of get that dude out. When someone sends you the ball, make sure your mouse is pointing. Like you see I'm in shift lock right now, shift lock's the best way to go. But make sure your little shift lock middle thing is pointing at a player or close to it. Close to the player you want to sort of hit. So you want to point yourself in the direction of the player you want to hit. I tried to hit it to the dude left of me, it didn't really work. But I hit someone else and I killed them anyways, so it doesn't really matter. See, did you see that dude die? Because he had a low reaction time. And do you see that dude die? Low reaction time, that's what I mean. That dude fucking... 3 people fucking died. Because of what I was doing to them. It just shows though, you want to like get them when they're close. But make sure that when people are going to send you the ball, you want to get far away from them. Because as you can see, as the ball goes faster because the ball progressively gets faster as the round goes on. We sort of stretch further out in the map and get further away. It's so we can sort of react to the ball more. It's very useful. Another thing as well, abilities. You probably want to save it for ability where it increases the ball speed really fast, because that's what you can use to catch people out. Some of the things like moving around, the movement abilities, they're really shit, to be fair. They're not that great. They're not very useful, to be fair. Sometimes they catch people out, but normally it's just the noobs that get caught out from it. So you want to sort of invest into an ability that increases the speed. And now this dude made a mistake. Did you see the way he started coming toward me when he was very close to me? You don't want to do that, because think about it. On their screen, alright, so there's ping difference, right? You know what ping is. But on his screen when he was coming towards me, he was very close to me. He was probably only like 2 studs away. On my screen, I was like 15 studs away from him. I already explained it. Anyways, that's how you be good at a game. If you want more shitty content, make sure to subscribe. See ya.